Hey guys, just doing a quick video on my gasser heli. Figured it's easier to do a quick video than trying to just post a photo. So I got a auto rotation gear here. Got a main gear. It's a Century because this gasser conversion kit uses quite a few Century parts. It's got a brand new clunk line filter. I haven't put it in yet. I just feel like it's coming up to that time where it might need it. A couple Century spare parts. Some skid tubes. It's only 3 of them in there. Some main shafts. Looks like I got 3 main shafts. Got 4 spindle shafts. Accessory tray. Brand new accessory tray here. The front end of the heli. Some landing gears. I've got 3 of the white, 2 of the black. I didn't care for the black. Seems like they're harder to see. I got these 2 carbon fiber ones. I've never used these, but I think I got them in some kind of trade. It's got a bunch of link parts, all the ball link parts and push rods, and you can see there's just tons of freaking links and rods and stuff in that bag. I got a bunch of guide rods for the carbon push rod for the tail, shims, some elevator push parts, thrust bearings, torque tube or feathering shaft sleeves, bunch of other parts, push arms, A-arm, pull push arms, whatever these are, elevator arms. It's a bunch of spare aluminum arms for the elevator. Boom clamp, some gears, tailbox parts, tail pitch push rod thing for the tailbox. Some gears, the tailcase box for these side plates. Some screws and bolts and stuff, some canopy grommets. Skid nut ends because I never glue them in. Some bearing blocks. A whole bunch of servo arms that you'll need for the servos. One-way assembly. This is good to have. So just missing the gears obviously, but that's nice to have one way. 2 tailbox assemblies. This gear looks like it needs to be changed in there, but nonetheless there's 2 spare tailboxes. Torque tube bearings and screws and bolts, another thrust bearing set there. It looks like some A-arm push parts and tail boom support rods. Got 2 more, and another tail boom clamp still in there. Another carbon fiber push rod for the tail, obviously. It's got 2 torque tubes, 2 brand new torque tubes with the bearings. And then it's got 1 tail boom. I only got 1 tail boom. And then it's got the metal push rod in there, and then the guides. And I got 1 more metal push rod here. It's got 2 brand new canopies. The classic with the black windscreen. There's 2 of those guys, unopened, brand new. And I also have this guy here with the blue, the old school's theme or whatever. This is a used one. I got this from a buddy of mine. It's got a bit of writing on it and whatnot, but should clean up good. So the best part is I got 2 almost complete gasser conversion kits actually. The person I bought this gasser from originally scooped these up because they went out of business. So they got scared that they wouldn't get parts for the heli anymore, so they purchased these. There is somewhere lists them still, but they're like $549 US, I believe they're asking for these kits. It's got the main frames there. It's got a bottom frame there. A bunch of the mounting hardware. So you don't have to worry about crashing this gasser heli. You got lots of parts. You got another main gear, frame stiffeners, fuel system parts, mounting hardware, and fuel line, and grommets for the gas. It's got a clutch there, and I think that's for the starter on the top. And the throttle linkage, servo arms. You clamp those on the servo arms for different geometry. With the V-bar you don't need those, but for the brain, which I used to use, I had to have those on there. And the front servo mount for the throttle. Just some carbon pieces. The clutch. I think that's like a clutch bell housing. I'm not sure what that piece is for. Motor mount. Mounting the main motor. And linkage for the throttle on your carb. And this is just the heat sink on top of the motor so it doesn't burn the heli. So that's 1 conversion. And this one here is practically complete. There's been a couple parts have been taken out of here, but it has all the main pieces. The frame sides again, brand new, never opened. Bottom frame part. Another main gear. Some mounting hardware stuff. This one here, the clutches fell out of this bag. But this one is the clutch assembly bag. There's another clutch, and the fuel tank bag. Looks like maybe one part was taken out of here, maybe. Looks like everything's there. Maybe they borrowed the clunk line or something, but that's there. From the front plates again. So another clutch. The front servo linkage for the throttle, and the servo arms again. So as you can see, there's just tons of parts. Like this gasser is good to go for a long time. And another motor mount, and looks like a couple of pieces were taken out. I think it's like the frame stiffeners. So yeah, that's the best part, is having all these parts. You don't have to worry. There's 2 full conversion kits right there, so that's probably $1,000 alone right there. And then the heli itself, it's got the quick release on here, so those are nice to have. This canopy is practically brand new. I put this on when I bought the heli because the person I bought it from wanted to keep their canopy because it had all their stickers on it. But yeah. Then I don't know what else to say. Let's just go over this heli real quick. That was the parts. So it's got a V-bar full size on there. It's 6.0 software, so it's got the Pro. The V satellite, I can't sell that with the heli because I'm actually borrowing that just to get it to connect to my V control. So I just put that on about 4 flights ago. The pack can come with it. It's just a 2S 2550 pulse. It's got the generator on there. It's set for 5 or 8 volts, sorry. It keeps the battery charged. I never charged the battery. And it comes back there to a light. Then the light just tells you that it's running while you're flying or whatever, just to let you know. That's your vent, just coiled over, so when you fly inverted, the fuel doesn't come out. So the Joules generator is wicked. Adds probably like 130 grams to the heli, but it's worth it. I just grabbed this heli and I go. It's got the newest Align head on there. I believe this is the most current Align head you could possibly buy right now. Minus the new ones, whatever those weird angled ones they do for the 760. It's got the Rotortech 690s. It's got the TRM muffler. TRM had this motor. They balanced it and did all their stuff to it, so it's less vibration, I guess they say it's on there. It's the Zenois G270 RC motor. TGN air filter. It's got the 990 carburetor. The linkage, throttle servos, some kind of generic. It's got the ProTech cyclic servos on there. And it's got a Expert R2 tail servo. So that's practically brand new, R2. And then for the tail, I went with the Align 3-blade tail on it because the 2-blade tail, I just felt like it just wasn't quite there. Because obviously gas, it's a little bit lesser RPM. So 3-blade tail, it's wicked. It just stops and performs really well. It's got the red gears front and back. And then, yeah, not sure what else to say. It's got the carbon fiber push rod. I don't like the steel ones. I feel like they vibrate way too much. So, yeah, got any questions, hit me up. The servos are the ProTech 250T, I believe they are. Yeah, 250T. So they're not made anymore, but they're pretty wicked nonetheless. Alright guys, well, I don't know what else to say about the heli, but it flies awesome. I fly around 1800 to 1900. It's just kind of the sweet spot for this conversion kit and the motor itself. And you can get up to about 15-minute flight time. I only fly 2 6-minute flights on the tank. I feel like after 6 minutes my brain is mush by then. So any more questions, hit me up. The only reason I'm selling it is because Protos has a gasser conversion coming out now. So I only want to own one gasser heli, and I'm a huge MSH fan, so I need to have their gasser. All right, thanks.